And I'm back. Main monitor, game capture. Okay. Come on. Hook, please. Yes. Game capture isn't happening. Check. There we go. Days of playtime remaining 4. I wonder if I can get 7.4 done in that time. Who knows? I do. Excuse me. Get the patch, the MSQ done, do the Arcadian after dinner probably. So, start off. Let's bang out a trial. Solution 9, see if I can buy any tombstone gear. Oh yeah, I still have I've got Manderville to do as well. Let's just look at first off. Go to a market board. Some crafted gear for the chief. What the White Wanderer is. 2. At $757 chest. Teleport to solution. And see about getting a tombstone chest. I don't think I'll be able to, but who knows? $45. Duty. There we go. Get my feet wet. There we go. Getting. Okay.
Such rich, exquisite evening. My head shimmers with anticipation. Oh no, God! Try this.
Come on. Faster, 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 faster.
A fair wind blows. You feel it too, do you not? You've done well to last this long. But the battle has only just begun.
Come on, get swole, Barbaricia.
I'll slaughter you all.
Punchy.
Dodge this if you can. I'll make it quick.
Quarter to go.
Don't underestimate me. Feel my fury! Know your place.
Come on. 10%.
You can't escape the storm. I'll break your every bone.
There we go. Nice way to get my feet wet. Okay, so tombstone. Area in it. Should be good. Proceeding this way. Okay, terminate. time to do MSQ. Let's go do it. What up, Alpha No? What you got for me, Shurtal? Calyx demonstrated knowledge of both primal summoning and concepts. Discovering such techniques through independent study would be nigh on impossible, so we must assume they had a mentor. But how were we to learn the identity of this beneficent teacher? Hopefully some hints can be found amongst the remnants of preservation service. This time we began a thorough investigation into the key and its capabilities. I have a feeling we'll be calling on your help in that endeavor here all is said and done. On a personal note, I should also like to learn more of the Malala, the lore of the forgotten people, being indispensable in furthering the research. What up, Red Alphino? The Alexandrians adopted our techniques so quickly that they no longer need our supervision to treat them thoroughly. You'd be surprised at how many more Porksy practitioners we've trained now. Angelo, too, is compiled a summary of events and submitted our report to Ojika. As representatives of the students of Baldizia, our thoughts and findings will also be shared with the forum. In less official matters, I am glad to see Kryl find a satisfying end to her personal journey, though it appears her appetite for asking questions has only been sharpened. Sweet. I wonder what Otis and Zeleny would think of everything Alexandria as it is now. Doubtless they would be pleased, yet knowing them, I also set by word. As their memory lives on inside me, so shall I strive to rule as if they advised me still, with a calm heart and a mind to counsel. What do you got for me, Alphino?
Every day, more and more people regain their memories of their lost loved ones. No longer will beings like Calyx be able to manipulate their fear and ignorance as he once did. That being the case, Alize and I have come to a decision.
We will depart Tural in the coming days. Other nations must be informed about Alexandria, a necessary step to ensure lasting peace. Then, we shall return to Garlemald. Our experiences here should serve us well in the ongoing restoration efforts.
However, one pressing matter remains. Calyx's summoning ritual was tied to a concept of his own creation. Ascian involvement is assured, but we have yet to ascertain the extent of their influence on the Ninth.
I have done what I can to treat the enthralled and those still afflicted with Levin sickness. I may now devote my undivided attention to an investigation.
Cat Mom on the prowl!
Then we shall leave this one in your capable hands. Do let us know if you turn anything up.
It's Erenville. My time in Tural is at an end, and so I'm headed to the harbor now. We'll meet again, of that I'm certain. Until then, I wish you safe travels.
Could have let me know in time to see you off, bro.
And pull you away from more important business. Perish the thought. Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Sorry to interrupt, but I thought you'd like to know. I've detained the fugitive.
Way to go, Wook.
He promises to tell us before he sets sail, only to try and sneak aboard his boat with nary a hug goodbye. bastard. But there's still time before they weigh anchor.
That boy. We should make for the harbor ere he wriggles free of Lamachi's grasp.
If we're heading the same way, we might join him on the ship. Good company is always welcome on a long voyage, is it not?
What? Now? I haven't finished packing.
Knowing you, the essentials are already accounted for.
Oh. Fine, if we must. But you're helping pack the rest. And I hope you've decided on a souvenir for Eunice.
I have several ideas as it happens.
Ever aligned in purpose, if not execution.
Lest you wonder, Kryal and I intend to remain here with Y'shtola.
To continue our study of the key, naturally. By all accounts, Preservation's facility promises to yield some answers.
Shale has been conducting a more thorough examination. She may have insights to share.
Then why not invite her along to see everyone off? Surely she'd want to be there too.
Let's get to it. Did you know in the back rooms? Back rooms? Hell yeah. What you got for me, Kryal? Eager as ever, our elf. Do hope he has thought this through where your sister's wrath is concerned. She may know full well that no amount of complaint will dissuade him, but that doesn't mean she won't give him an earful. What up, cat boy? It's like an age since we last met here. It comforts me to know that some of you will be staying. I feel rather bereft should you all go at once. Cat Mom? I'm told that Shale is the new leader of the Oblivion. There is none better suited to carrying on Kefkiwa and Geode's legacy. Genolt, what do you got for me? Get out, just concentrating what's right in front of me till I've crafted a piece I'm proud of. Life's all about. Back to it. These tools ain't gonna hop up and do the job themselves. What news, Shurtal? Can't imagine you brought an entourage along to simply say hello. That eager to be on their way, are they? I'll join you. I owe them thanks on behalf of Bolivian. And here I thought you would protest against being parted from your work. While I am curious to see what our mergers once every piece of the puzzle's in place, the majority of the files we would have unearthed are encrypted. There's little else I can do. Besides, unlike our friends, Containment Complex 1029 isn't going anywhere. In other words, we won't be getting any answers tonight? Afraid not. It's not going to be a while yet. We shall depart for Tuliol forthwith. Even Lamati's strength has its limits. Without further delay, then. Careful, Cryle. Raha seems preoccupied with a matter of great importance. He's contemplating a prayer to the lane. What do you got for me, Catboy? What sort of taco should I get on the way back, do you think? The aroma is too tantalizing to ignore. Taco Cat has his priorities straight. What up, Cat Mom? Despite her protestations that Alize would keep us long. Jail. Wish we had some of the sea breeze inside the dome. Perhaps simulate it, but there's no substitute for the Tuliolal is a delight to look upon. They hang patterned cloth where we might use neon, but the city feels less bright. What up, Wook? Kwananguluja weren't able to make it, but both send their regards. Local Eorzine time, it's halfway through the night. Wish you all would not make such a fuss. I'm not fond of emotional partings. At least Alphino and Alize were considerate enough to inform me of the plans to advance by link permit. Some people we know have burst out of a crate mid-voyage. In any event, I shall wait here until they finish their preparations.
There they are.
You look well. No lingering effects, then?
Ah, I'm hale as ever. And busy with work.
I imagine there's no shortage of affairs to put in order. Are Kona and Galulja faring well?
Kona is off to survey our nation and its peoples. He wants to consult with local representatives and hear their thoughts on our policies. And Galulja's really taken to his training. I feel like he's been spending more time with the Landsguard than me lately.
Standing here, I cannot help but remember the day of our arrival in Tuliolo. The rite of succession feels so long ago.
We knew not of what would happen between my father and Zorolja, nor of Alexandria and its queen. It was to aid a naive claimant that you came to Tural. But you've done so much more for me. For the entire nation of Tuliyola. We owe you a greater debt than we can ever repay. But that doesn't mean we can't try. Whenever you need an ally, we'll stand with you.
Allow me to echo that sentiment. Not only were you kind to me when I awakened a stranger in my own land, you extended your grace to Alexandria again and again. And on behalf of myself and my people, thank you for curing the ailment that for centuries tormented us.
No problem, bro.
I'll look forward to our next visit. I'm sure we'll have exciting stories to share with one another.
Ever since I introduced you to Uklamat, you've faced no end of hardships. Many of them her fault. Yet I feel no remorse, only gratitude. For without your aid, I would not have had the chance to say goodbye.
Aaronville's mom.
Nor vowed to explore every corner of the world. To see what we haven't seen. Shall we?
Rest assured, upon arriving, we shall make it a priority to visit Tataru and assuage her myriad fears.
You better have all your receipts, Alphino.
I expect the sight of you two will be a balm for her worry-laden heart.
Safe journey, and remember to enjoy it.
Give my regards to Oblivion. And thank you for all you did for my mother.
Come back soon!
Take care!
That was a proper send-off. Now, time to get back to it.
Duty ever calls for she who loves her realm.
Right. Though, if you need a break, you're always welcome to visit Tuliyola. I'll give you the grand tour. guess they're really over. Your adventures in Tural. I'll remember our time together for the rest of my days.
Aha! Power resolve spotted!
Huh?
The Lance Guard is looking for you. It's sparring time!
Oh, good thing you're here then. Can't miss that.
So let's go already! Everyone's waiting to see the Vow resolve in action!
Sorry, I have to go. Till next time.
And thus do they take to the winds.
To follow their own paths in their hearts, as they should.
Into the mist. Farewell, Wuk-Lamat. I liked you. I'll see you in like 6 years. Glad I got the chance to see him off. Kefki will be glad too. From our many meetings and partings, we have few enough opportunities to properly say farewells. It was pleasant to take the time for it. Though I delight in companionship, solo journeys do have their appeal. Travel by sea is relaxing. Thou Zainafano spreading word of Alexandria, we shall have the chance to establish relations with our nations. We must make ready to treat with their leaders. Now it's our turn to take the next step. The question is, what direction? That is a matter of I should like to discuss with you. Oh no, Kryl is proposing. If I may, I think it prudent to discuss our future plans elsewhere. We are liable to hinder the doctor who's here if we linger. Perhaps the beach would be an appropriate venue.
Tis truly a beautiful place, Tyrol.
An endless ocean and ever-changing sky. First time I saw them, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was like I was walking among images from our oldest records. And beyond that horizon are more lands and more people. That one I still struggle to imagine.
We ourselves hail from beyond that horizon, in fact. Rather, most of us do. I merely thought I did. Oh, that's right. I can only imagine how it must have felt to learn you're a native of our world. The fact that I wasn't born in the land where I've spent most of my life has taken time to sink in. 'Twas not until I met my parents in living memory that the truth of my origin began to feel real. Your experience is not unlike mine. When first I awoke, the realm everyone spoke of sounded nothing like my own. I had to walk its streets, live and breathe it,
before I could accept and embrace my new reality.
And for me to embrace mine, I need to learn more about my people, the Milala. We should come upon more information in the course of studying the key, but as Shale's investigation of the containment complex is still ongoing, would you mind if we sought a different avenue of inquiry into the history of the Ninth?
Sounds like a fun adventure.
I have no objection. What we learn will deepen our understanding of the broader picture.
Agreed. My curiosity extends well beyond our duty to assess Ascian influence.
If it is knowledge of the Ninth's past you seek, I have an idea where to begin. Alexandria was originally part of a landmass known as the Mist Continent. This continent had been left in ruins in the wake of the storm surge, with Alexandria the sole nation to survive the devastation.
The calamity of lightning that ravaged the world.
Aye. Per the sources we recovered from the Underkeep, though the conflict between nations was destructive in its own right, it was Levin that dealt the final blow.
No place was spared its fury, and all was chaos in the castle town. We tried to evacuate the people in airships, Otis, the knights and I, but we couldn't save everyone. Those who survived gathered within the barrier, and we took in as many foreign refugees as we could. Yet, despite the dangerous environment, our system showed that there were some few souls who ventured outside the barrier, into the lands beyond.
Really?
Beyond? But we thought that was impossible. I was under the impression the star was scoured of life, that man could not survive outside the barrier.
Going by the records, the storm surge extended to every corner of the world. Nothing and nowhere was spared. If anyone did survive out there, it would have been an unimaginable trial.
And yet, those people must have been going somewhere. What if there was a refuge? A place that weathered the storm surge and rebuilt over the intervening 4 centuries?
Given Alexandria's displacement to the source, we had neither cause nor opportunity to survey the remainder of the continent.
Living memory remains physically in the Ninth. If we seek a means of egress, other than the portal connecting it to Alexandria, perhaps it might lead us to the Mist Continent.
Sounds like a plan.
Living memory was not transported here despite being a top Everkeep. In which case, it may have been a physically independent space all along.
Meaning, another point of egress could well exist.
And if it does, someone has to be maintaining it. The mechanical soldiers, for instance.
Shall we have a chat with them and see what they know?
If it please your majesty. Will you accompany us? If we do land upon the Mist Continent, I would feel much more assured with you at our side.
I'm good at hitting things with stick, yes. I would hate to see you obliterated by some lightning beast.
as would I. Let us make every effort to ensure none of us suffer such a dreadful fate.
Between the Asians, the Key, and the Malala, there is much to be learned. Surely we can turn up a clue to one mystery or another. Outside of Alexandria, our knowledge of the map is limited to the storm surge and passing mentions of Lindblom. That being the case, a foray across the continent would be an invaluable opportunity for discovery. Once conditions deteriorate past a certain point, the environment becomes anything but life. Yet, as a resilient creature, if there is a way to survive, then we should find it. Mechanical soldiers won't hesitate to answer them. Let's hope they have useful information. Now that's settled, let's best be off. Or I'd best be off. I still need to check for encryption periodically, so I'll step away from Shurtal. With luck, I'll have plenty time to share the next time we meet. Until then, let the rest of us make ready for a potential foray and meet at Leno de Nino. Less grim than when I last visited. My mind knows better. I still feel uncomfortable around these mechanical soldiers. Sphene has found us a suitable source of information. Sparing you that duty for once. Welcome to Living Memory, ally to Her Majesty. How may I help you? Clerk has made itself available to answer our questions. Clerk PX0093, if one wished to descend to the surface from here, how would they typically do so? Living Memory is currently detached from Everkeep and is operating independently while supported by its aerial suspension systems. Thus, both lift and Lanode-based transit is currently unavailable. I apologize for the inconvenience. Despite its ability to remain aloft, Living Memory was never intended to function in this state indefinitely. Out of luck. Not necessarily. Lifts and lanodes were likely the preferred modes of transportation, but that does not preclude the existence of others. In the event of an emergency, how would we evacuate this facility? Consulting emergency systems. Living Memory's airship remains prepared to deploy should evacuation be necessary. Would Your Majesty like to appropriate it? Shit. Yes, please, as soon as possible. With Your Majesty's authorization, the vessel can be ready for launch without delay. Allow me a moment to execute the bypass protocols. In a ship, a large number of Alexandrians could be evacuated at once, regardless of the situation below. An excellent. Never occurred to me that there might be an airship here. How fortuitous. I thought none awaits us below. Though I'm nervous about what we might find below, I'm glad we found the means to get there. As Queen, I must bear witness to the truth, however terrible. Safety tests have been successfully completed, setting the Gate of Remembrance as initial destination. The vessel is en route. Yep, my ship. was purpose-built for living memory. However, it was modeled after the vessel Your Majesty used during the Storm Surge era. A replica. Still, it does me good to see it. Now deploy the gangway for boarding. This way, please. In order to reach the surface, we must pass through the storm clouds. I advise you to brace for turbulence. Uh-oh. Lord Alze gave me his gift. But not to the extent of the 13th. The etheric imbalance here is severe indeed. It does serve to impress upon one the marvel of the barrier. Lightning narratives found is tame by comparison. Land where Levin is. Boarding scales truly a godsend for these guys. Without the blessing of light, remind me to send my profuse thanks to Vritra and the Hand Falcons once more. The state of this reflection's future is more dire than we anticipated. I should be surprised if the Ascians had known more that wrought this. The crater was once Alexandria. Vector. Pleasure. Run the protocols. No. Well. Sobering sight to say the least, but I shan't turn back now that we've come this far. Sounds like a dungeon run. There are no structures, nor any other sign of survivors that I can see. I suspect the crater made this area unsuitable for habitation, flooding. We should look further afield. Which direction do you think we might find a settlement? We're at the edge of Alexandrian territory now. The closest city would be Torino, should it survive. As a city-state built on a harbor, it was a nexus of trade and it remained neutral throughout the war. The Alexandrians always felt fortunate to have it in our neighborhood, so to speak. Not unlike our Radzahan. Ah, yes, Alphino has spoken of Radzahan before. It's in the South Sea Isles, Malala homeland, correct? Funnily enough, it was also Trino where the Malala first found a home in our world. Truly? Yes. Though the Malala population elsewhere grew, most continued in connection to the city. I like to think that some remain there to this day. York PX 0393, is this ship capable of taking us to Trino? I shall run a flight simulation. Moment. Simulation complete. There is a near 100% probability that the ship would suffer catastrophic mechanical failure prior to arrival due to ambient lightning. My apologies. Oh, well, thanks for checking. If we cannot fly, then we shall have to. Marina lies beyond the mountains, but there should be routes that spare us having to climb. A cave system, for instance, assuming it hasn't collapsed. Let's try there first. Place where my people first arrived. No, eager though I am to seek new discoveries, the prospect of walking in circles for days on end does not appeal. Unfortunately, of late I've spent much of my time hunched over reports, and those who trek across a wasteland shall make for a refreshing change. This tunnel appears intact. Though we have no way of knowing what it's like further in. Mind you, stay alert for beasts as well, given the barren surroundings. Surely ravenous. Dungeon time. Dungeon. You know what? I will be right back. I need to go get a new drink. Crap, I'm a tank. Should populate a lot faster. Come on. There we go. Oh. Let's do some running. Oh, it's a Katomnapa! Come on. You can fight better than that. Now this is Subway Surfers. Zim Zealots. Hit me harder. Ooh. Amdusias. Yep. Easy peasy. Good fights. I do like how the bosses are the other three monsters from Reno Weapon or Synthesis Shop. Go. Da 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 da.
And a big thank you to our helpers, whoever you are. Now, we have a tiny bit of clearing up ahead of us. You know what to do.
What exactly is this place?
Our helpers, were we being watched?
So, the city endures. And it is in much better shape than expected.
That's the auction.
Impressive, considering the destruction without. The people here must have gone to great lengths to maintain all of this.
Their barrier resembles that of Alexandria, though it is smaller in scale. And not quite as effective, if the breach we witnessed is any indication. I fear such incidents may be common here.
Thunderous heavens! It's been years since we've had visitors.
Oh no, potatoes.
I am Miaili, the mayor of Treno. Allow me to welcome you to our city. And thank you for the assistance with our little monster problem just now. Might I ask your name, miss? Though I have an inkling I know it already.
But of course, I am Sphene of Alexandria.
As I thought. It truly beggars belief. I once heard the strangest of reports from one of ours who went to Alexandria, you see. That despite the intervening years, the Queen had not aged a day. And sure enough, I'd swear, you'd stepped out of an old oil portrait mere moments ago. Though you must forgive me if this takes some getting used to. It is an honor to meet you, Your Majesty. I look forward to hearing the tale from your own lips. I imagine it won't be an easy one to tell. But please. What happened to Alexandria?
I see. From your perspective, it must have looked as though we were wiped from the face of the star.
One day, we lost all contact with our people in Alexandria. Scouting parties sent to investigate reported that not only the barrier, but Alexandria itself was gone. Nary a stone to mark where it had stood.
you must have gone through, not knowing what became of us. But know that Alexandria yet survives, albeit in a distant land. Her and her people. I can tell you the whole tale from beginning to end, but first, might I ask your permission to remain in Treno for a time?
Of course you can. You and your companions have already done us a great service, and are more than welcome to enjoy our hospitality. Now, how about we continue this at Town Hall? We needn't keep standing in the middle of the street.
I shall join them. Even with the precautions we've taken, it remains to be seen if Sven's condition will remain stable. I suspect, however, that the rest of you would rather be out and about.
Adventure
Consider
time.
this my blessing.
Thanks, Mom.
In light of our purpose here, the tour of the city is indeed in order.
I presume you have no objection? With your permission, then. But before we go... Allow me to introduce myself as well. I am Cryle, and I hope to learn more of this city and its people. Would it offend if we were to ask a few questions? Perhaps as we work alongside you, aiding you in whatever ways you may require.
You needn't fret. Treno folk are as friendly as they come. As for aid, if you're willing, you might speak with my grandson Lummel. That was his voice you heard earlier. You'll find him serving herbal remedies to the others.
Thank you for your guidance. We shall seek him out first.
What up, Pep? Town Hall is pretty impressive, isn't it? But you didn't guess that the mayor actually lives there. These days, Miali also has us using it as an emergency shelter, but the history books say it was originally an auction house. Called it. I reckon that's why it's so fancy. Bob. Enjoying the flowers. The plant doesn't always bloom, but I think lifting everyone's spirits is one of the ones you have to find the seeds that do. Nevertheless, I believe these were trampled by the beasts. It took ages to get them this healthy. Little oven that can smell the aroma from here. None of the locals we've passed appear terribly distressed. As Sven surmised, incursions must be a common occurrence. I don't know you. Hello, please don't be offended, but this part of the street is off limits. Not only to you, of course. It's just that there's a lot of damage and it's dangerous for anyone to pass at the moment. In general, you should probably stay away from the streets that are in repair. Just a suggestion, but please do. While you're passing through, you should chuck a coin in that fountain over there. It's supposed to be good luck. I'm sure there's quite a few coin-based superstitions. Comes with the territory of being your trading port, I guess. Come to think of it, I wouldn't be surprised if the fountain thing was started by merchants hoping for good luck with their sales. Welcome, newcomer. This is our little patch of pasture right here. We raise birds mostly. They give us a good supply of eggs and meat, but more importantly, their feathers make the softest pillows. You're a good boy, right? You won't bite, right? What up, Lummel? If it isn't our new friends, thanks again for making short work of our foes. If you've gone to the trouble of seeking me out, I can only assume it's for good reason. You want to help me? Odd, but I'll consider it. Before anything else, though, must insist you drink our signature remedy, Sleepless Rhapsody. Everyone's a fan. You may find it the teensiest touch too sour for your taste, but it'll set you all right. Just tip it down your throat. It won't hurt. You have my word, but since it's your first cup, maybe don't stray too far before you drink it. Oh, and don't turn your back for best results, you understand?
Well, what do you think? It's a traditional Malala recipe.
Delicious.
No need to pretend. I'm not that thin-skinned. Just do your best to keep it down.
I'm put in mind of the gelatin I had at the studium. Nutritious, they assured me.
I can relate all too well. It's not unlike the syrup leader used to make. Black as pitch and sour as sin. Though, there's no better cure for fatigue.
You know, Raha, going to bed at a reasonable hour would be the best cure.
But 3 a.m. thoughts.
Oh, that's... I do feel shockingly refreshed.
We've been given liquid crack.
Perhaps it stimulates the body's ability to process ether and hastens regenerative functions.
Indeed, it does. It also counteracts some of the effects of excess lightning, and helps to calm the nerves besides.
Which is why you serve it whenever there's a breach in the barrier.
Our Malala ancestors came from the lushest of lands, so they developed all sorts of natural remedies. We strive to carry on their traditions. And I'm sure you see why. Really hits the spot, doesn't it? Now, welcome to Treno.
So drinking that would be unifying. And it is impressive that they've maintained the tradition here, so far from the Malala's native lands. Given its ability to counteract lightning's influence on the body, that remedy could be of use to the people of Alexandria as well. I'm certain Limmel would be more than happy to offer it to them. Forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? Well, I'm Limmel. That was me introducing our victory earlier. That was our announcing our victory earlier, and since grandmother sent you to help with repairs, you know I'm a grandson. I'm in charge of resolving any problems the people of Treno may have. My favorite kinds of work include taste testing menu items, carrying medium-sized objects, searching for lost possessions of immense value. Oh, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. What do you got for me, Limmel? Time for some manual labor. Oh yes, the repairs. You're certain you want to be put out? You want to be put to work? If you've come all the way out to visit us, you must have had more important things in mind. And you've already helped protect the city. Actually, our goal was to ascertain the present state of the Minsk continent. The whole continent? Did you come from across the sea? Not exactly. We've actually come from Alexandria. Alexandria? Are you quite sure? No, sorry, of course you're sure. It would be rude for me to doubt you. And it's not every day that we get visitors, let alone from a nation that up and vanished. I know that it must come as something of a shock. But this is our first time in Treno, and we should like to get to know the city and its people. This is why we propose lending a hand to those in need. I see. In that case, why don't you help distribute this remedy to the rest of our people? Ordinarily, everyone would have already come for a cup, but the fiends made quite a mess this time. Might be a while before some can step away from their work. Never fear, though. Even if their hands are busy, they'll be more than happy to spare a few words for fascinating things from afar. We would appreciate that. Thanks, Limmel. You're the ones doing me a favor, honestly. Here, take this batch. I'll deliver some to Town Hall so you can attend to areas you haven't seen yet. Like Miali, Limmel seems to be taken aback by the mention of Alexandria. Perhaps they had friends or loved ones who disappeared along with it. We split up, we could spend more time speaking with the locals while ensuring everyone receives the remedy promptly. Could you each take a portion? Of course, I haven't had my fill of conversation yet. I too should be glad to dole out a few servings. Wonderful, let me back this up. Shurtal, why don't you make the rounds to the southern part of the city? Raha and I shall tend to the north. Alright, let's go acquire some insights. You must be one of those visitors Limmel mentioned. Odd place to be visiting, though. Oh, you came to deliver the remedy. Thank you kindly. I was hauling beast carcasses in for processing and copped a good dose of discharged energy from our trolls. They brought on the Levin sickness, something fierce. Still, we don't go hunting outside the barrier, so we don't want to waste any part of the creatures that find their way in. Pelts that are highly charged with lightning ether are the most valuable. Of course, tan them with the right stuff and you can turn them into protective clothing that keeps you from getting zapped. The beasts you felled will all be put to good use. Thanks again. There's a fresh face if I ever saw one. What's that in your hand? Oh, don't mind if I do. Safety inspections take priority, but the battle doesn't feel over until you've had a cup of sleepless rhapsody. I'm proud to say that I have some small part in preparing it too. The herbs come from my very own growery. One of the greatest discoveries of our time is that seeds carried in by invading creatures can be cultivated into remarkable plants. Plants with the potential to mitigate the lightning's effects. With as many hides as we have this time, not to mention stomachs, it's entirely possible that we'll find new varieties of herbs amongst our harvest. Sorry. You're that mighty monster slayer I saw earlier. It's an honor. And you brought Sleepless Rhapsody. Bless you, I'm dead on my feet after that battle. We don't usually have that many beasts breaking through at once. Practice keeps one's skills sharp, though, so in a way I'm glad for it. I learned a thing or two from watching you. Oh, and I can hardly wait to get to work on my grimoire. I have a number of ideas for improved geometries. A thoughtful application of new learning is what keeps our ancestors' magic alive and flourishing. Finished your supply of remedy as well, have you? I expect the scent will linger on our clothing for days. Between the three of us, we ought to have covered every area aside from Lummel's. One of the people I spoke with asked me to pass something along to him, but he hasn't returned yet. In the meantime, shall we discuss what we've learned?
Fascinating. I appreciate your thoroughness in recounting the details. I too learned much, as I helped to treat the injured's wounds. The Malala's curative magics appear identical to Spheen's. This means that either her tutor was a Malala as well, or that the art had spread all throughout the Ninth. Then there are the symbols and tomes, which are highly reminiscent of Arcanima. If these elements indeed originated with the arcane geometries of the South Sea Isles, as in the source, 'tis curious that they have developed in so similar a manner on this shard.
Mind you don't share that with any other graduates of the Faculty of the Arcane, lest they beat you to publication.
Did you learn aught of note, Raha?
I spoke with one of Trenno's storekeepers about how they obtain their supplies. Though they are few and far between, other settlements yet exist on the Mist Continent, with a rail system facilitating the flow of goods between them. Unfortunately, barrier breaches trigger an emergency failsafe on the main line, so the train is presently stopped at a midway point until operations can resume. There are also maritime routes, but they see only occasional use. Often, as now, Trenno must make do with what is to hand.
In addition to this constant state of scarcity, much of Trenno's populace suffers from Levin sickness, not to mention the frequent attacks on the city and the resulting casualties. Yet everyone we've spoken with seems undaunted by these hardships. They are not only surviving, they are happy in spite of it all.
Where there is life, there is hope. And when one believes in a better future, a tomorrow even the slightest bit brighter than today, there is naught to be done but build it. Until, stone by stone, the city rises.
A noble city with noble purpose.
Uh-oh.
Is aught the matter, Lummel?
I think I've dropped something and now I can't find it anywhere. I'm doomed.
Oh, is it this by chance? While I was distributing the remedy, I was asked to pass it along to you.
I'm not doomed.
Is that a tracking device?
You've a keen eye for technology. This thing picks up on the ether of the creatures that get through the barrier.
That explains how you knew when they'd been vanquished.
Exactly. It shouldn't show anything now, but I can switch it on like so.
Uh-oh. It broken.
No, 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 no! She's going to kill me! Say, how'd you like to meet my sister Ayane? She's an electrope engineer, so she knows all sorts of interesting stuff.
I take it she also built that device.
Oh yes, that's my sister. She's a genius. Everyone says so. And she won't kill me in front of other people. Probably. I mean, wouldn't it be interesting to watch her work? Maybe you can even help. It'd be, you know, edifying? Please! I beg you! Please!
I suppose that's that then.
Off to prevent mashed potato. What do you got, Crow? One wonders how fearsome this Ayane is truly is. If Trino's barrier is similar in design to Alexander's, should we assume that electric technology is standard here as well? At the moment, Ayane should be waiting just past that park. Let's be off before anyone changes their mind. Whenever we meet an engineer from some distant land, I can't help but wish to introduce them to our friends at the Ironworks. Such a firestorm of questions. Sweating rather profusely. Terrifying potato.
Ah, our visitors. Thanks for lending a hand earlier, but what brings you here? Lummel, what did you do?
You know that, advanced monster tracking, what's it? It may be a teeny tiny bit,
Marginally broken.
You broke it again? How many times must I tell you that we're running low on electrope? I'm an engineer, not a bloody miracle worker.
I beg your forgiveness. I'm on my knees and everything, see?
When in doubt, Dogeza it out.
And since we have guests, can't you let it slide? Just this once?
He dragged you here just so I wouldn't tan his hide, didn't he? You'd never believe he's the elder sibling. I'm so sorry.
Please, don't be. We're glad for the opportunity to meet you. And Lummel mentioned that you might have some work we could assist with.
There are guests, Lummel, not servants. Must we have the manners talk again?
Please don't misunderstand. We asked to help, that we might learn what life is like in Treno. And with your expertise, we also hoped you could tell us more of how the city utilizes electrope.
If that's the way of it, then I'd be happy to share what I know.
When you spoke earlier, it sounded as if Treno had little electrope to spare. It's difficult to procure, I take it.
We never have as much as we need. And much of what we do have is repurposed. Well, you'll find me digging through the scrap heap whenever some vital device or another breaks down.
Like we're
Repairing that
scrounging.
old barrier should be our highest priority. But we just don't have enough electrope on hand to do a proper job.
And the longer we go without access to the mine, the worse it'll get. If only we could scare those beasts away.
Did we not pass through a mine on the way here?
More or less. It should be clear to hazards now.
You got rid of them. Just like that.
So, the mine is safe for mining again. Hooray!
Leave the mining to your big brother. All you have to do is fix the tracker.
Yes, very well. If you go, do be careful. And once you get the machinery up and running, make sure to send some electrope over to the barrier service station.
Though we've cleared the mine, there is no telling what else waits outside the barrier. Shall I accompany you?
I'm so glad you asked. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do if I'd had to go alone.
As we did pass through but recently, I expect Raha can keep him safe without our help. In the meantime, shall we assist Ayane with her repair work?
Sounds like a plan. They put one in mind of another pair of siblings we know, don't they? Entirely forgot to ask your names. You forgive me. I'm Kryle, and this is Shurtal. Accompanying Lummel is Grahatia, our own technology enthusiast. It's lovely to meet you. Feels strange putting you to work, but I'd be lying if I said I don't need the help. In the wake of an event like this, I presume a great deal of labor is required to restore everything to working order. The volume of fixes that need making is one matter, but I could handle it if it weren't for these legs of mine. Paralysis flares up at the worst times, I swear. I can manage a bit of shuffling from one station to the other on a good day, but I usually leave racing around the city to my brother. With him off to the mine, though, someone else needs to take care of the lightning sprites, drawn to the discharged aether of slain creatures. I'd offer you the detector to make tracking them down easier, but seeing as the wolves managed to break it yet again. I do have this, though. Toss some at a sprite and you can suppress its ability to sense an aether nearby. It usually gets them wandering out of the city towards more fertile ground. So we needn't fight them? I find it safer not to. When threatened, they'll siphon energy from facilities we need to keep our medical services running, or emit bursts that overload nearby systems. For the same reason, I recommend you stick to thoroughfares that will allow you to spot them from well in advance. I would hate you to be injured while helping us. Understood. We'll want to split up again to cover more ground. Ready? Where are you? Sprite. Lightning sprite. Let's start chucking. There we go. Job done. Back with our mini sprites. Just a handful on your route then. Could be worse. Still, it's important they keep the city free of them. Much obliged. Trial's taking a while. Being new to the city, if something were to happen, she wouldn't know where to go for help. Did you check on her? She started off in the direction of Town Hall. What up, affable local? Looking a mite lost there, lad. Aught I can help with? You seen a woman in a yellow hood? Assume you mean Cryle. Had a grand old chat with her earlier. Not to mention, she saved my hide. Can't believe it. I missed something. The lightning sprite was right on top of me. It's thanks to her that I got out unscathed. Bit awkward striking up a conversation after that, and it had been a while since I talked to anyone I haven't known my whole life. She's a kind lass, good at putting folks at ease that like Miali. I quite enjoyed telling her about the city. When we were done chatting, she went off to the canal. Had a touch of melancholy about her, though. I wasn't sure why. Didn't think it was something I said, but I knew that if it was, saying more wouldn't help, so I let her go. Reckon she'd welcome the company of a good friend right now.
Ah, were you looking for me? I only intended to sit down for a moment, but I must have lost track of time. Will you lend me your ear? The source and the ninth. Someday I will have to decide which one to call home. The thought has lingered like a storm cloud in my mind. I've tried to ignore it, remind myself that we have more important matters to contend with. But I cannot keep drifting between these worlds forever. When I first learned the truth of my past, I assumed it would have no bearing on my future. The source was my home, and the students of Baldessian my purpose. But after meeting my parents, it struck me that to simply choose the source would be to abandon them. And not only them, but a home I could have loved, had my life gone as it should have. That is why I had to learn more of this place, and the me I could have been.
And now that you have,
I feel even less certain than before. Though we are strangers to them, these people have welcomed us as if we are their own. It's like speaking with old friends. And knowing now the challenges they face, what would it say about me if I just left them behind and returned to the source? Is that who I am? Who I was meant to be? Or is this where I belong?
thank you for listening. I'm a little less afraid to face the answer, whatever it may be. When I find it, I hope you'll be there. But we've kept Ayani waiting long enough. Let's hurry back. Trifling though it was, I feel the work we've done has helped me gain a better understanding of Trino. Treno. The countless small actions taken by myriad people every day are what make this place what it is, after all. Glad you're back safe and sound. Now we can relax until my brother does the same. With your friend escorting him, he can't get himself into too much trouble unless he tumbles down the stairs into town again, I suppose.
That reminds me. The structures near the barrier all seem to be designed for Milala. Is there a reason that those in the center of the city are so much larger?
Oh, yes. The center is the oldest part of Treno, built by the Hewn and the Eldite before the Milala came.
So, Treno predates the Milala's arrival?
The mayor at the time was kind enough to take our ancestors in, and gave them leave to establish their own residential quarter.
Yet I have seen naught but Milala since we came to the city. Where did the other peoples go?
Alexandria. In the closing days of the Storm Surge, when death and destruction were everywhere, they believed it would be safer. But Treno didn't have a barrier at first, you see. But one of our industrious brethren had served as tutor in the royal household, and returned to us with knowledge of the barrier's design. It's thanks to him that the city survives to this day.
Might I ask a more personal question? We previously uncovered some records pertaining to the Milala's past. In them, it was written that the Milala left their paradise of eternal summer when a great calamity froze their isles. Understandably, all were not content to leave their homeland behind. Some attempted to return using the same power that had brought them here, but they found the way closed to them. Never again has the golden path opened that allowed their ancestors to flee to safety. Tell me, were that golden path to open once more, and you were to find the Milala homeland restored to its former glory, would you go back?
I'd certainly like to see that paradise of eternal summer for myself. Who wouldn't? But it wouldn't be going back. After all, my one and only home is here. Treno, this run-down, beat-up, beautiful city.
You truly love it, don't you?
Do you know what the speaker said when the Milala came to this place? O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. We never forgot those words. Not my ancestors, nor my grandmother, nor my brother and me. That boundless optimism, that communal spirit, that is Treno. No matter what comes or how hard it gets, we'll choose joy over fear and stand together. There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Nowhere else you'd rather be. Perhaps it really is as simple as listening to your heart.
Grandmother used to tell stories of the Malala homeland all the time, but it was the part where the ocean froze over that always fascinated me the most. The vast open sea turned to ice. Imagine. Trouble. Earlier you said that your brother couldn't get into too much trouble if he was with Raha, but how much trouble is that precisely? I would think they ought to have returned by now. Conversely, I hadn't expected to see the two of you again so soon. I take it Miali's curiosity is sated. For the moment, I gave her a brief account of the situation in Alexandria, as well as events involving the key. She was most interested in the latter. In fact, it seems she knew of the relic long before we did, and wishes to discuss it with everyone. Would you be able to join us? I should love to go straight away, but we are awaiting Raha's return. As we speak, Miali herself is making rounds through the city. We have time. I have a mind to reestablish diplomatic relations with Treno. But it goes without saying that they're logistical challenge given our respective locations. The least these days is that any travel would require passage through Tural. To begin with, I shall have to consult with Gasson and the vow of resolve. If the Malala arrived in Treno immediately after fleeing the source, I can understand how its mayor might be privy to knowledge of the key, particularly when that mayor is a Malala herself. Alexandria, the kingdom past the mountains, the one that vanished. I had wondered where you lot came from, but that wasn't my first guess, or my fifth for that matter. I wasn't certain if we should divulge any information concerning the key, but Alexandria's present location is difficult to explain without mentioning it. Fortunately, it turned out for the best.
We're back! The mine is in working order, I'm pleased to say. Electrope is being delivered for the barrier even as we speak.
Have you two finished regaling the mayor?
We have. Though she has her own story to tell. Of the key, in fact. We thought you might like to join us at the...
Uh-oh.
This is an evacuation alert. All citizens, please proceed to emergency shelters. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelters. The Doom Train is approaching. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelters.
Doom Train.
The Doom Train? Wasn't that one of Lindblom's weapons of war? You know of it? I've never seen it myself, but according to Zelenia, it was an armored vehicle used to transport war beasts to the front. In order to prevent them from running wild ere their deployment, a powerful arcane entity was housed in the engine.
The end of the war didn't slow it one bit. Quite the contrary. Fueled by lightning ether, it's been speeding across the continent ever since. The Doom Train and its beasts bring death and destruction everywhere it goes. It's a veritable calamity on rails. It passed near Treno some years ago, claiming many lives, including our parents. I must go and repair the barrier as swiftly as possible. Without it, we haven't got a chance.
You can't be serious! You'll never finish in time, and you'll be right in its path.
I have to try. For Treno.
Yane, no!
it seems my services are required once more.
I'll go with you. Perhaps my knowledge of electrope will be of use.
I wish I were a fighter like you two. Keep her safe, will you? Please?
That's the idea, bud.
While destroying the DOOMTRAIN would be preferable, we should seek to delay its advance at the very least.
You can't be thinking of fighting it head on. That's madness.
Well, now I have to do it.
If your mind is made up, there may be a way. There's a freight depot not far from us. We can use the train that stopped there.
Raha mentioned that before, did he not?
The DOOMTRAIN will have to pass through the depot to reach Treno. And since the evacuation alert was only just triggered, we might be able to reach it first.
So, we commandeer this freight train, match our speed to the enemy's, and use it as a platform from which we launch a sustained counteroffensive. Is that your proposal?
Let's fight a train. I hope I get to suplex
It'd be
it.
better than trying to smash the bloody thing before it runs us all over. And if it might save Ayane, I'll do whatever it takes. Let me drive the train. That will leave you free to concentrate on the fight.
Lumul.
I need to grab a few things. Meet me by the gate.
If anyone can stop a speeding weapon of war, it is Shurtal. But we must also recognize the threat posed by its company of beasts. If its influence is so powerful that even if it barrels ahead and thrall creatures continue to follow it, then Train Whale may well gather additional minions as it draws near. There's no telling how many will charge Treno's gate, but we should prepare for the worst. Perhaps Ashtola and I ought to remain on guard. Inclined to agree. Shurtal, while you remove the head of the metal serpent, we will attend to the defense of the city. Among other things, we must do what we can to ensure the citizens get to shelter before the fighting begins. Godspeed. Go fight a train. Really could have gone without a DOOMTRAIN attack today. Right, the place we're headed is the Bentini Depot. Although Treno has its own railway station, our assailants from earlier left it in need of significant repairs. Thus, we'll be taking a hover cargo. My friend here has volunteered for the mission, and yes, I did explain the danger. Cargo is equipped with a portable barrier, and frankly, I'm great at my job. I guarantee our safety during the ride. What happens once we get to the Bentini, well, that's your problem. Certainly is. Let me know when you're ready to move out. Ba, 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 ba. I'll be right back. I want to get another drink, and then we'll fight a train. Ready? Then our fearless operator will help you aboard. We make for Bentini with all haste. All of us there in a flash. Do keep any limbs you're attached to and would like to remain attached to inside the vehicle. Let's go to the depot.
This is it. You'll be riding that flat car at the rear of the train. I'll be all the way at the front, pushing her as fast as she can go. The Doom Train moves at breakneck speed. If we're too slow, it will plow right through us. Speaking of which, we'd best get underway before it does just that. Don't forget you're fighting for Ayane. For all of Treno.
Train fight. Using our onboard systems, I should be able to monitor the locomotive. You'll be able to hear me. Crap. Come on. Get off work and out of school. I need help. Let's go do some golden saucer. Damn. Six. 306. There we go. Yes. There you go. Uh-oh.
Use the transport panel to get up there! How many times is it going to do that?
Uh-oh. Chugga, 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 choo choo.
What's in the... You're still on board, right?
Oh god, it's got arms.
Ethereal... Arms?
barely got it. I'm spanking it as hard as I can. So close. Dead. Three comms. Gotta love it.
Phew. No more adventures, thank you. That was enough bravery for a lifetime. But we did it! We stopped the Doom Train. Well, mostly you did. Before we can celebrate, though, we need to make sure Treno's secure. As I feared, stray beasts to the south. I've lost track of how many times I've asked you for help, but I need your help again.
I have to believe the Aeoni will be safe with your comrades while we attend to matters elsewhere. As to the wounded, you try not to join them, all right? Short time earlier. Oh no, am I going to be playing as Fiend?
No!
Cryle.
Can you stand?
Yes,
Thank you so much. There were others being attacked over by the canal. Could you possibly...
Of course, I'll go right away. The rest of you should get to the town hall.
Let's see
can't
what I
leave
remember
anyone
about
behind.
playing a
won't.
Picto with one arm tied behind my back. Yeah.
Best make sure the evacuation route
what
is
do we
clear
got?
first.
Heal. B combo.
Done. Now to aid those people by the canal. Help is on the way!
Got them all.
There may be other stragglers.
Yep. Get out of here. Scared, can't even move. Silly, isn't it? My wife and I will be making town halls right away. You have my word on that. Come to check on everyone and won't complain, but do be careful.
That breeze is awfully warm. Oh no! First things first, the fire. To take a leaf out of Yishtola's book.
What sort of magic was that? Never seen the like. Priorities, yes, I'm going to run away and we can talk about it later. You that put the fire out? However, thank you. Now that we know it won't be spreading any further, we can all take shelter until this is over.
Not a moment too soon. I hope that was the worst of it.
Somebody help!
A voice. Further out. I'll take care of this. Make for shelter.
many are there? Is that all of them?
Behemoth!
A behemoth!
Hi, Cat Mom.
We cut that rather close.
Thank goodness you're all right.
Ayane has finished the repairs. We need only hold the line until the barrier is in place.
And hold the line we will, together.
Let's kill this behemoth.
I can still fight. I can.
I have no doubt.
Fight, fight.
Thunderheads!
Keep away from the clouds. If I never see another storm. Nowhere is safe with so many of them. Some friendly winds, if you please. It worked! How fortunate that
Estola healers adjust.
The Levin grows more volatile. Something is coming!
Ball lightning!
Y'shtola, Steen, lend me your strength!
Two of us will disperse these balls of lightning.
Just keep the lightning at bay a little longer!
The idea.
Take cover behind the Spriggan! The tide is turning! Press the attack!
Kill it. Dead.
I must say, that was an incredible performance.
Remind me never to stand in your way.
Flatterer.
What is it?
The barrier is restored. The people of Treno may rest easy once more.
The perimeter is clear, everyone. And thanks to our guests, the Doom Train has been destroyed. Last but not least, Ayane's fixed the barrier. We don't need to worry about beasts anymore. This calls for a celebration.
The Doom Train is gone for good.
That's our Ayane.
They're safe. All of them. Alila? Kryle, does the name Alila mean aught to you?
My mother. Did you know her?
I'm sorry, my dear. We should get you patched up before aught else. Alila's story and that of the key are one and the same. After you've rested and recovered, I'll tell you the tale.
I could use with a drink.
You have no cause to fret, I promise you. While Lummel forgot to give the order, bless him, there's work to be done ere we can celebrate. First and foremost, we must see to any injured. Come and find me at Town Hall when you're ready.
Without further delay, then.
You needn't mind me. My injuries are far from severe.
But your curiosity is another matter, is it not? Your feet will deliver you to Miaili all the swifter if you can actually walk on them.
Exhaustion aside, Kryle sustained no injuries you need to worry over. To think Miaili knew Kryle's mother, I too am eager to hear the details. For that battle, I think we were all required a moment. You better get some rest too, I mean it. I'd rather not have tumbled to the pavement in front of half the city. I'm none the worse for wear, thanks to Shurtal. But what of yourself? If you have any hurts, we can tend to them now before we see Miaili. Curious, isn't it? I want to know. More than anything, yet part of me is still terrified. But having come so far, I can't turn from the truth now. If everyone is feeling up to it, let's go and have our answers. I find myself feeling anxious on Kryle's behalf. Our new friends. Do you know why grandmother called us here? Both Ayani and I neglected to ask. I have every confidence Loma will be safe in your company, but it heartens me to see him unharmed nonetheless. How are you faring? Hope you've recovered from your brush with the DOOMTRAIN. Did I hear something about a behemoth? While the key seems to be the main topic of our conversation, there is no telling what else Miaili might reveal. It's alright, I'm ready to hear it.
Ere I begin my tale, there is something about our family that you need to understand. We are descendants of the Speakers of Eld, and I myself am the latest to inherit the role. Even as we do our utmost to ensure our people's welfare in our adopted home, it has ever been our duty to find a means to return whence we came. Alas, our ancestral treasure never did answer our prayers. And that left my elder sister, the previous speaker, mired in doubt. It was then, when she was at her most vulnerable, that preservation reached out to her.
The key is none other than that relic, and it has been in the safekeeping of our people since time immemorial.
Yes. When lightning threatened this world, we attempted to use the key to flee again, like our ancestors once did. Alas, no matter what we tried, we couldn't invoke its power. We had all but given up when Preservation approached us with an offer of partnership.
We've heard this part before, from my parents' memories. My mother was your sister.
She was, which makes you an heir to the Speaker's legacy. The last message I received from your parents said that in order to thwart Preservation's design, they must send away both their daughter and the key. I now understand what became of the former. As for the latter, through conversing with your friends, I gleaned with whom it currently resides.
And is it your wish that we give it back?
We Milala are the people of Treno now. Here is where we've put down our roots. The moment Elila relinquished the key, she relinquished our claim to it as well. But be that as it may, my sister gave up not only her life, but her darling daughter to prevent its misuse. It is my duty to ensure that its new bearer is worthy. So, should it answer your call as it never did ours, how would you use the key's power?
I want to go exploring.
For some, that might be a self-serving end. But your deeds are proof that I needn't worry. And what's more, there's your friendship with my niece. I dare say that speaks well of your character.
By the by, do you have any records pertaining to the key here in Treno?
Would that we did. But Delilah took everything with her when she joined Preservation. If aught remains, it would be in Alexandria.
And so we find ourselves returned to our original course.
Shale may have made some progress. Perhaps it's time to bring our visit to an end. But by that, I don't mean to say that I don't feel welcome in Treno. You've all been so kind and accommodating. And in many ways, it's my hometown. It's just that, well,
It's all right, my dear. It is true that some feel bound by blood or birthplace, but I don't believe that your parents would have wanted that for you. They devoted their lives to understanding the key so that future generations would not be burdened by it. As we have chosen Treno, so too should you choose the place you call home. A place where you can bloom and grow with fearless joy.
I will.
We must give you a proper send-off, though. Wait for us by the gate, will you? A word of caution, Keeper of the Key.
Yeah.
As you know, it is a relic that has traveled across centuries and worlds, passing through countless hands. Oft beckoning to those ruled by ambition or avarice. Indeed, some have wondered if it chooses its master. But I believe differently. I believe that some inexorable force, call it fate, if you will, ushers it from one bearer to the next. Be wary, for fate's regard now falls upon you.
Oh, I'm more than up to it. Well, looks like you've just seen the first ray of sunlight on a cloudy day. I'm glad you found that which you sought. Lamo and Ayane have gone to summon the other Malala we've met from across the city. The Malala's records were in Preservation's possession. I doubt they ever relinquished them. That knowledge must await us back in Alexandria. I can't believe I have living relatives here, and that they make it seem so simple. Maybe it's enough to just trial.
Thank you all for everything.
We're the ones who should be thanking you. You fought so many times for us.
I've tended to the people's immediate hurts, but see that they receive appropriate care as they recover.
I still can't believe you took down the DOOMTRAIN. Just like that. You're my hero, truly. And I'm sure Mum and Dad and everyone else we lost will rest easier now that it can never hurt anyone again.
For my part, I cannot thank you enough for supporting my plan for the barrier. Not to mention that we wouldn't even have the electrope to restore it without your aid. I can't wait to see what else we can do now that the mine is back in service. Kryl. O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. Remember that, will you? Whatever shore you choose.
Of course, those words and our people will always be in my heart.
After so long without her, I had begun to forget what my sister was like. Her face, her voice, fading like the mist. All I could remember clearly was her resolve as we parted for the last time. But now I've seen her again. In you, sweetheart. Bringing her back to me. It is a joy to have met you, Kryl.
You too, Aunt Miaili.
I know your home lies far from here, but to us you'll always be family. Come and see us once in a while, won't you?
I will. My comrades have found a treatment for Levin's sickness, so I'll bring it to Treno as soon as I can.
My, you certainly have no shortage of accomplished friends. We'll await your return, my dear. Life is full of surprises when one lives in hope. Isn't that right, Delilah?
Once we're back in Solution 9, we'd like to relax with a hot cup of tea. Safe and reliable airship travel to Treno when possible would cut down on the length and danger of the journey. Still feels a bit like I'm dreaming, but even should I wake, I'll remember it. I'll remember them. On a practical note, I'm more than certain than ever that Shell's work will yield vital insights into the key. I look forward to speaking with her when we arrive in Solution 9. If you don't mind, might we first make our way to Resolution? Gassan will be wondering about my absence. Heavens, yes. I apologize for keeping you from meetings for so long. Think nothing of it. I was more than happy to be a part of your adventure, and Gassan will forgive me once I tell him of Truno. Though we learn little about the Ascians, our sojourn is more than worthwhile. According to the people of Treno, there are yet other settlements in the ninth. We shall have to seek them out one day. Gassan hasn't warned his regulator since his memory was restored. The experience must have affected him deeply. This explains much. I wondered why I'd seen neither hide nor hair of your majesty these past days. May I ask where you've been? It's quite a long story. However stalwart your companions, traversing the Mistcontinent with no knowledge of what awaited was extraordinarily reckless. Now that I can't deny, but it availed us much. We have the opportunity to resume diplomatic relations with a longtime ally. As I did not, in fact, come to harm, all is well that ends well. Should you feel compelled to go on any other excursions in future, I expect that you will notify me beforehand. Yes, of course, it was remiss of me. I apologize. Duty's call is most insistent. Nevertheless, whenever you require my aid, please do not hesitate to seek it. You're back. How'd it go? Find a way down? Cherno, I've heard the name. Incredible that it's sheltered the Malala all this time. What's more, the mayor was able to share the story of the key from her perspective. She believes that the historical documents pertaining to it are stored in Preservation's archives. They could be, though our work isn't done yet. We've made progress on the decryption. I was on my way to the containment complex to review the data in situ. In that case, allow me to accompany you. Though it may be incomplete, I should like to review the information available. We'll contact you as soon as we made some sense of it. In the meantime, might I suggest that our warrior of light get a good night's sleep or two? You never know what manner of hellish technology will be after us next. And Cryle, I assume you'll be wanting to familiarize yourself with the care and feeding of Porxies. Indeed, while I'm aware of the principles, I was needed elsewhere when the others treating the 11 afflicted. I shall have to ask Ashtola to instruct me. It is the least I can do for my family. I intend to visit them whenever possible, but my home will always be here in the source. There's nowhere I'd rather be. Looks like the Manderville and NVIDIA 5090 heavyweight championship will be tomorrow. Meanwhile,
now there is much to be done. with access to the mine restored, I'd like to explore methods to expand our food production systems. I look forward to your insights.
Oh, my poor heart. I only meant to steal a glimpse while we were in the area. But our eyes definitely met, didn't they? Oh, that's not ideal. Such fearsome instincts to perceive me as a threat in an instant. But I shouldn't be surprised. It's the Source's vaunted hero, after all.
Halmarut!
Oh, dear me! Oh.
One need hardly be the warrior of light to notice you. You're far from subtle. As if the horns and scales weren't enough, you insist upon dressing for another century. Those clothes must be as old as I am. Where is your robe?
You mean the robe that practically announces me as an Ascian? Not that I don't intend to reveal that detail, but it will be at a time of my choosing. Besides, if one of us can't help but draw the eye, it's you. Oh, Calyx, how you've grown. Smaller, that is. And surprisingly cute-ish.
Put me down.
Jests aside, we will be departing the 9th all too soon. If you wish to say your goodbyes, I could find you a vessel and mold it to match your preferred presentation.
Don't you dare. I will not debase myself by occupying a living body ever again. And in any case, to travel the rift as you do requires the shedding of one's flesh, does it not?
I apologize if I upset you. Your understanding is, in essence, correct. The magics cannot bring a vessel through the rift. Ergo, you must discard it and assume a form of pure ether until you reach the other side. However, that doesn't mean you need discard everything like so much refuse. Using fissures such as this, one can easily send small amounts of matter between reflections. Matter such as your archived memories.
All the more reason to remain as I am. At present, I could pass through a fissure myself. And as this form suffices for surveying the material realm, I see no reason to expend effort searching for a replacement. I wish only to observe. That is enough.
Very well. I shan't press. Nevertheless, odd though you may look, I would encourage you to bid farewell to those to whom you have attachment. For now that you failed, unless our hero changes course, this world is doomed to die.
I had hoped to banish death from their lives. Why should it come to all, whether they will it or no? Why must any accept this burden and grief?
Why should you get to impose your will upon others?
So no, there are none with whom I would exchange fond farewells. But so long as mankind yet survives, I can hold fast to my faith. That my life's work might again bring someone's salvation.
Hold fast you must, as we press ever onward. For soon it begins, and every world shall tremble. The Winterers must be prepared to outlast the great withering to come.
That's your ominous prediction, is it?
No, it's nature's proclamation. Can't you hear it? It echoes in the silence, left by the will of the star.
Wither blows fate's wandering will, for gray clouds presage winter's chill. Time to raid. I'll be back tomorrow with Manderville and the 50-90 heavyweight championship. So until then, bye-bye.